What if everything you've been told about needing people to complete your life is wrong? What if the strength you need is already within you? Imagine living a life where you are your greatest ally, your most reliable support, and your constant source of strength. Today, we're uncovering the truth about independence and how it can transform your life forever. Welcome to Motivation for Success. This channel is your ultimate destination for personal growth, empowerment, and the motivation you need to become the best version of yourself. Today's topic is inspired by one of the greatest motivators of our time, Denzel Washington. His insights on independence and self-sufficiency have the power to challenge everything you thought you knew about living a fulfilled life. Stick with us, because by the end of this video, you'll have the tools to embrace your inner power and thrive like never before. Have you ever felt like the world around you doesn't quite resonate with who you truly are? Denzel Washington once profoundly stated, "Sometimes in life, a woman has to stand alone. Not because she wants to, but because the people around her don't match the quality of her soul." Let that sink in for a moment. This isn't just a comment on solitude, it's a powerful declaration about the necessity of independence when the world doesn't reflect your inner values and aspirations. Imagine walking a path where every step is yours to claim, unburdened by the expectations or limitations others might place upon you. Embracing independence isn't about shutting people out or rejecting meaningful connections. Far from it. It's about reclaiming your power, your essence, and your right to live authentically. Society often tells us that happiness is found in numbers, in friendships, relationships, and social circles. But Denzel's wisdom invites us to challenge this notion. He suggests that sometimes, solitude isn't a sign of loneliness but a gateway to self-discovery and unparalleled strength. Think about a time when you compromised your values to fit in or remained silent when you should have spoken up. We've all been there, haven't we? It's easy to get lost in a crowd, to let the voices of others drown out our own. But what if the very act of standing alone is what leads us to our true selves? What if solitude is not a void but a canvas, waiting for you to paint your own story without interference? Consider the areas of your life where you feel constrained or misunderstood. Is it in your career, where perhaps your innovative ideas are met with resistance? Or in personal relationships, where you feel the pressure to conform to someone else's expectations? Identifying these areas is the first step toward embracing the independence that can set you free. Now, let's delve deeper. How can you begin to rely on yourself more than others? Start by trusting your intuition. Your inner voice is a powerful guide, honed by your experiences, values, and desires. When you face a decision, big or small, pause and listen to what your gut is telling you before seeking external opinions. This doesn't mean you should never consult others, but rather that you should value your own perspective as much, if not more, than those around you. Another step is to set boundaries. Protect your time and energy by saying no to situations and people that drain you or don't align with your goals. It's not selfish to prioritize your well-being, it's necessary. Remember, you can't pour from an empty cup. By taking care of yourself first, you become stronger and more capable of contributing positively to the lives of others. Embracing independence also involves facing your fears. It's natural to worry about judgment or rejection when you choose a path less traveled. But consider this: every great innovator, leader, and changemaker in history has faced opposition. They stood firm in their convictions, even when standing alone. Could your journey of independence be the very thing that not only transforms your life but also inspires others? Let's make this personal. I invite you to reflect right now. Grab a journal or a piece of paper and write down one area of your life where you crave more independence. Maybe it's pursuing a passion you've put on hold or speaking up about something that matters deeply to you. Next, jot down one actionable step you can take this week to move toward that independence. It doesn't have to be monumental, even small steps can lead to significant change. As you embark on this journey, remember that independence is not a destination but a continuous process of growth and self-discovery. Celebrate your victories, learn from your setbacks, and always stay true to yourself. You might walk alone at times, but you're walking in the integrity of your own truth, and that's a path worth traveling. In embracing this independence, you're not just changing your own life, you're setting a precedent. You're showing others that it's okay to stand alone, to be different, and to pursue a life that genuinely reflects who they are. Imagine the ripple effect your courage could have on those around you. So, I ask you again, what areas of your life could benefit from more independence? How will you begin to rely on yourself more than others starting today? Your journey to self-empowerment begins with a single step, and there's no better time to take it than now. Solitude is not loneliness, it's empowerment. As Denzel Washington powerfully stated, a person who walks alone understands their power. These words remind us that time spent in solitude is not something to fear or avoid. Instead, it's an invaluable opportunity to grow, reflect, and build resilience. In a world constantly filled with noise, opinions, and endless demands, solitude becomes a sanctuary where you can reconnect with your core and rediscover your strength. Think about the last time you truly sat with yourself, free from distractions. Without the noise of others' opinions, you create a rare and precious space to hear your own voice. That silence, often mistaken for loneliness, is where you can dive into your inner world. It's where you uncover your true desires and gain clarity about what matters most. This self-awareness becomes a guide, helping you chart a path that aligns with your unique purpose and values. Solitude isn't just about quiet reflection, it's a training ground for emotional independence. When you spend time alone, you learn to rely on your instincts and intuition. You develop the courage to navigate challenges without constantly seeking validation or advice from others. It's in this space that you begin to realize your own strength, cultivating a deep sense of self-reliance that fuels your confidence and resilience. Imagine the empowerment that comes from knowing you are your strongest support system. Solitude sharpens this understanding, allowing you to approach life's challenges with clarity and composure. It strengthens your ability to make decisions that are rooted in your authentic self, rather than being swayed by external pressures or opinions. This is where true independence begins to flourish. Action is essential for transformation, and embracing solitude requires intentional practice. Today, make a commitment to yourself, dedicate just 15 minutes to be alone. Use this time as an investment in your growth. Write down your thoughts in a journal, giving yourself the freedom to explore your feelings and aspirations. Meditate to quiet your mind and create space for clarity. Or simply sit in silence, allowing your inner voice to surface without judgment or interruption. These moments, though small, have the potential to create profound shifts in your mindset and perspective. Solitude is not a withdrawal from the world, it's an act of self-love and empowerment. By dedicating time to be alone, you're not only prioritizing your well-being but also building the foundation for a life that's authentic and aligned with your deepest values. As you take these steps, you'll notice how your confidence grows, your decision-making strengthens, and your sense of purpose becomes clearer. So, here's the question: are you ready to reclaim your power through the simple act of solitude? Let us know in the comments how you'll dedicate time to yourself today. Your journey could inspire someone else to take their first step towards self-discovery. Remember, solitude isn't about being alone, it's about understanding that everything you need is already within you. Denzel Washington's wisdom resonates deeply: a self-sufficient person doesn't just survive, they thrive. This powerful statement challenges us to go beyond mere existence and embrace a life rooted in self-reliance. True self-reliance isn't about shutting others out or rejecting help, it's about trusting yourself to make decisions, solve problems, and create a life that reflects your values and desires. It's about finding strength within and knowing that you are capable of navigating life's complexities without constant validation from others. Think back to a moment when you hesitated because you were waiting for someone else's approval. Maybe it was a big decision about your career or something as simple as choosing how to spend your free time. How would that moment have been different if you had trusted yourself? How much time and energy could you have saved? When you defer to others too often, you unintentionally hand over your power. Building self-reliance is about reclaiming that power and learning to trust your instincts. Self-reliance starts small. You don't need to overhaul your life overnight. Instead, begin by taking charge of the little decisions you make daily. Maybe it's deciding what path to pursue at work, how to handle a personal challenge, or even something as straightforward as prioritizing your goals for the day. Each time you choose to trust your judgment, you reinforce your ability to stand strong in your decisions. Over time, this practice builds confidence, showing you that you are fully equipped to handle life's ups and downs. Imagine a version of yourself who no longer waits for permission or seeks constant validation. That person is free to pursue goals without fear, to make choices without hesitation, and to take risks that lead to growth and fulfillment. Self-reliance is the foundation of this freedom. It empowers you to take responsibility for your life and embrace the challenges that come your way with courage and determination. Today is the perfect day to take a step towards self-reliance. Ask yourself this: what's one decision you can make right now without consulting anyone else? Maybe it's starting that project you've been putting off, saying no to something that doesn't align with your values, or prioritizing your well-being by setting aside time for yourself. Write that decision down, and more importantly, act on it. The key is to trust yourself enough to follow through, even if doubts creep in. Your journey to self-reliance begins with one small step. It's not about being perfect or never needing support, it's about cultivating a deep belief in your ability to guide your own life. Every decision you make on your terms strengthens this belief. So, take that step today, and watch as your confidence grows and your path becomes clearer. You have everything you need within you to thrive. The only question is, will you trust yourself enough to begin? Share your decision in the comments, and inspire others to embrace their journey to self-reliance, too. Denzel Washington wisely states, "The value of relationships isn't measured by quantity but by quality." These words are a powerful reminder to reevaluate how we approach the connections in our lives. In a world that often prioritizes numbers, whether it's friends, followers, or likes, it's easy to get caught up in the illusion that more is better. But true fulfillment doesn't come from how many people surround you. It comes from the depth, authenticity, and mutual respect of the relationships you cultivate. Think about it. How often do we chase after popularity or wide social circles, hoping they'll make us feel valued or complete? Society glorifies being well-connected, yet many of those connections lack substance. The truth is, having one or two people who truly know and support you is far more enriching than being surrounded by a crowd of acquaintances who barely scratch the surface of who you are. Real relationships don't just fill the room, they fill your soul. Authenticity is the cornerstone of meaningful relationships. Superficial bonds, built on appearances or convenience, can never stand the test of time. Genuine relationships, on the other hand, are rooted in trust, honesty, and a shared willingness to grow together. These connections challenge you to be better, offer support during difficult times, and celebrate your successes as if they were their own. They aren't transactional, they're transformational. Now, pause for a moment and reflect, who in your life truly uplifts and inspires you? These are the people who see your potential even when you doubt yourself, who encourage you to pursue your dreams, and who stand by you when the going gets tough. They're the ones who challenge you to grow and hold you accountable while offering unconditional support. The next step is clear: invest in these relationships. In the hustle of daily life, it's easy to neglect even the most important connections. But nurturing meaningful relationships requires intentionality. Take the time to reach out, check in, and share experiences with those who matter most. This might mean scheduling regular calls, planning time to connect in person, or simply being present and attentive when you're together. Quality relationships thrive on consistent effort and genuine care. It's equally important to recognize and let go of relationships that drain you. Not everyone deserves access to your time and energy, especially if the connection feels one-sided or toxic. Protecting your peace doesn't mean you don't care, it means you value yourself enough to prioritize relationships that add to your life, not take from it. As you focus on quality over quantity, you'll notice a shift in how you experience connection. Instead of feeling stretched thin trying to maintain numerous shallow ties, you'll feel deeply supported and valued by the people who truly matter. These relationships will enrich your life in ways that no amount of popularity ever could. Ask yourself, how can you invest more time and energy into the people who uplift and inspire you? Maybe it's reaching out today to tell them how much they mean to you. Maybe it's prioritizing meaningful conversations over surface-level exchanges. Whatever it is, take that step. Authentic relationships aren't just a source of comfort, they're a foundation for growth, resilience, and true fulfillment. Share your thoughts in the comments. What's one way you plan to nurture the most important connections in your life? Your actions could inspire someone else to do the same. Denzel Washington's wisdom cuts to the heart of what it means to live a life of true independence. When you rely on yourself, you free yourself from the constraints of others' opinions and expectations. This powerful insight challenges us to rethink the way we approach freedom. It's not about cutting ties or isolating yourself, it's about building a foundation so strong that your happiness and success are no longer at the mercy of external validation or support. Imagine a life where your confidence doesn't waver with others' opinions, where your decisions are guided by your inner compass rather than outside expectations. That's the kind of freedom Denzel speaks of, the kind that comes when you recognize that everything you need to thrive already exists within you. This is self-sufficiency at its core, the ability to stand firm, make decisions, and pursue your goals without being tethered to anyone else's approval or judgment. Self-sufficiency doesn't mean rejecting relationships or refusing help, it's about balance. It's about creating a life where the support you receive from others is an addition, not a necessity. It's about understanding that while relationships can enrich your journey, they don't define your ability to succeed. This shift in mindset is transformative. It allows you to approach challenges with resilience, knowing that you have the tools within you to navigate whatever comes your way. Think about areas in your life where external dependency might be holding you back. Are you waiting for someone else to validate your career decisions? Relying on others to manage your finances or handle your responsibilities? Seeking constant reassurance to feel emotionally secure? These patterns, though common, can trap you in a cycle of dependence that limits your potential. Now is the time to take action and reclaim your freedom. Start by identifying 3 areas where you can become more self-sufficient. Perhaps it's managing your finances, taking charge of budgeting, saving, or investing to ensure your future is secure. Maybe it's building emotional resilience, learning to process your feelings and overcome challenges without leaning too heavily on others. Or it could be pursuing a long-held dream, trusting yourself to take the first step without waiting for external encouragement. Write these areas down. Be specific and honest with yourself. Once you've identified them, set a plan in motion. For example, if financial independence is your goal, begin by creating a budget or setting savings targets. If it's emotional resilience, consider practices like journaling, meditation, or seeking professional guidance to strengthen your mental well-being. If it's pursuing a goal, start with small, actionable steps that build momentum and confidence. Self-sufficiency is a journey, not a destination. Each step you take toward independence reinforces your belief in your abilities and brings you closer to true freedom. It's empowering to realize that you don't have to wait for anyone else to give you permission to live the life you want. The tools, the strength, and the wisdom are already within you, waiting to be tapped. So, what are your 3 areas of self-sufficiency? Write them down and share one in the comments below. Your journey might just inspire someone else to start theirs. Remember, the path to freedom begins with one decision: to trust yourself and take the reins of your life. Start today, because your future self is counting on you. Society loves to set standards for success, what you should achieve, how you should behave, and even who you should become. But Denzel Washington cuts through this noise with a powerful truth: your worth isn't tied to how well you fit into society's limited definitions of success. These words are a wake-up call to break free from the box that society tries to place you in and reclaim your right to live authentically. Living authentically means stepping away from the crowd and walking your own path. It's about trusting your intuition, pursuing your passions, and making decisions that align with your true values. This isn't easy. The world often pressures us to conform, to follow the blueprint that others have laid out. But here's the truth: conformity suffocates individuality. Authenticity, on the other hand, breathes life into your unique identity. Think about the times you felt torn between what you wanted and what others expected of you. Maybe you stayed in a job you hated because it looked good on paper, or perhaps you followed a social trend that didn't resonate with you because you feared judgment. These moments aren't failures, they're reminders of how easy it is to let external expectations overshadow your inner voice. But every day offers a new opportunity to change that. Living authentically doesn't mean rejecting all societal norms or isolating yourself from the world. It means filtering out the noise, listening to your heart, and making decisions that honor your individuality. When you live authentically, you give yourself permission to pursue what truly matters to you. This could mean chasing a long-forgotten dream, speaking up for your beliefs, or setting boundaries to protect your peace. Whatever it is, authenticity requires courage, but the reward is freedom. Imagine the fulfillment of waking up every day knowing that you're living a life true to yourself. There's no greater peace than being aligned with who you really are. And here's the beauty of authenticity: it doesn't just transform your life, it inspires others to embrace their own uniqueness. When you live unapologetically, you become a beacon of courage, proving that it's okay to go against the grain if it means staying true to yourself. Take a moment to pause and reflect. What's one way you can honor your authentic self today? Maybe it's picking up that old passion project you've been putting off. Perhaps it's saying no to something that doesn't serve you or setting a boundary to protect your mental well-being. It could even be as simple as taking a step toward a goal you've been afraid to pursue. Whatever it is, take that step with intention. Write it down, and more importantly, act on it. Share your answer in the comments below. Your story could encourage someone else to take their first step toward living authentically. Remember, the world doesn't need another person trying to fit in, it needs you, fully and unapologetically yourself. So start today. Honor who you are, trust your intuition, and redefine success on your terms. The journey to authenticity begins now. Denzel Washington delivers a powerful truth: true power comes from within, and resilience is built by facing adversity head-on. These words remind us that life's challenges are not meant to break us but to shape us. Emotional resilience, the ability to recover from difficulties and keep moving forward, is not a trait we're born with, it's a skill we cultivate through experience, grit, and perseverance. Resilience doesn't mean avoiding pain or hardships. It's not about pretending everything is fine or suppressing your emotions. Instead, it's about embracing life's inevitable struggles, finding the strength within yourself to confront them, and using those experiences as stepping stones to grow stronger. True resilience is built when you choose to face adversity head-on, learning from it rather than being defeated by it. Think about a recent challenge you faced. Perhaps it was a loss, a failure, or a moment of doubt that tested your resolve. How did you navigate it? Did you find yourself relying on others for reassurance, or did you look inward for strength? While support systems are valuable, Washington's wisdom teaches us that the deepest power lies within ourselves. When you stop seeking validation from others and learn to trust your own inner resources, you become unstoppable. Resilience is a journey of transformation. Each challenge you overcome adds a layer of strength, a new perspective, and a greater appreciation for your ability to endure. It's not about the absence of struggle, it's about the way you respond to it. Challenges are like weights at the gym, they may be heavy and difficult, but every time you lift them, you grow stronger. Reflect on how a recent challenge shaped you. Did it teach you patience, fortify your determination, or help you see life from a new perspective? These moments of growth are what define resilience. They remind you that no matter how tough life gets, you have the ability to rise above it and keep moving forward. Take a moment to share your story in the comments. What challenge did you face, and how did it change you? Your journey, no matter how small it may seem, could inspire someone else to embrace their inner strength. Resilience isn't just about personal growth, it's also about showing others what's possible when they choose to face life's challenges with courage and determination. As you reflect on your own resilience, remember that every setback is an opportunity to rise stronger. You've overcome obstacles before, and you'll do it again. Trust in your ability to navigate whatever comes your way. Let your challenges be the foundation for your strength and the proof that true power, as Denzel reminds us, comes from within. Take that strength and use it to face tomorrow with confidence. Denzel Washington reminds us that personal growth is not a destination but a lifelong journey, a continuous process of evolving into the best version of yourself. A self-sufficient person prioritizes their growth and well-being, creating a life that aligns with their true desires, he emphasizes. These words are a powerful reminder that taking responsibility for your development is essential to living a life of fulfillment and purpose. Personal growth begins with self-awareness. To grow, you must first understand where you stand. Take a moment to reflect on your strengths, the talents and skills that make you unique. What do you excel at, and how can you build upon those abilities? Then, shift your focus to areas where you can improve. These aren't weaknesses, they are opportunities to become stronger, wiser, and more capable. Growth happens when you confront these areas with honesty and a willingness to evolve. Setting goals is the bridge between self-awareness and action. But these goals must align with your values and aspirations to truly propel you forward. What do you want to achieve, and why does it matter to you? When your goals are rooted in your authentic desires, they become not just ambitions but meaningful milestones on your journey to personal fulfillment. Investing in yourself is one of the most empowering decisions you can make. Every effort you put into your growth builds a solid foundation for success, resilience, and self-reliance. Whether it's learning a new skill, improving your health, or expanding your knowledge, each step you take adds to your strength and confidence. The more you invest in yourself, the more capable you become of facing challenges and seizing opportunities. Ask yourself, what's one step you can take today to invest in your growth? Perhaps it's as simple as picking up a book that inspires you or as bold as enrolling in a course to master a new skill. Maybe it's starting a project you've been dreaming about or dedicating time to reflect on your goals. Whatever it is, commit to it wholeheartedly. Don't just think about growth, act on it. Remember, growth doesn't happen overnight. It's a series of small, intentional steps taken consistently over time. Every action you take, no matter how small, is a seed planted for future success. And just like a seed needs care and patience to grow into a strong tree, your personal growth requires dedication and persistence. Imagine where you could be 6 months or a year from now if you started today. Picture yourself stronger, more confident, and living a life that aligns with your deepest values. That vision isn't just a possibility, it's within your reach. All it takes is the decision to start. What will your first step be? Share it in the comments below. Whether it's reading a book, taking a class, or beginning a passion project, your commitment could inspire someone else to take action, too. Remember, personal growth is the most valuable investment you can make. Start today, and watch as your efforts transform your life, one step at a time. Denzel Washington's wisdom reminds us that walking alone isn't a sign of isolation, it's a testament to your empowerment. It's about uncovering your inner strength, building unshakable resilience, and living a life that reflects your true self. You are more than enough, and within you lies everything you need to thrive, succeed, and shine. Thank you for spending your time with us today on Motivation for Success. If this video sparks something within you, take a moment to hit the subscribe button, like the video, and share it with someone who needs to hear this empowering message. Together, we can build a community that values independence, celebrates personal growth, and inspires everyone to embrace their inner power. Your strength is already within you. Trust it, embrace it, and take that first bold step toward becoming your most powerful self today.